I have always been interested in using AI to run ads. Imagine heading to bed and waking up to a message that says, hey, while you were sleeping, we killed all your underperforming ads, scaled the winners, and bumped your blended ROAS by 27%. That is exactly what we're building at Alice.ai. And we're doing it with zero venture capital, fully bootstrapped and totally under our control. I will show you how I found my co-founders, what we have built so far, and what it took to get here. Let's start with a hard truth about the daily life of a media buyer. Every morning, you log into Meta, Google, TikTok, and maybe even LinkedIn ads platform. First, you hunt down the losers and switch them off. Next, you feed the winners a little more budget. Then you tweak bids, swap audiences, refresh the dashboard, whisper a quick prayer to the algorithm gods, refresh again, and hope nothing implodes while you're eating the lunch. You send the required reports to your manager or clients and forward the winning ads to your copywriters and designers so they know what's working. Finally, you run one last pass right before bed, just in case an ad set decides to melt down at 9 p.m. I have lived that routine in 3 very different chapters of my career. Chapter 1, I managed about 300 grand in monthly ad spend at Traffic and Funnels, a company pulling in more than $1 million a month in revenue. Chapter 2, my own Facebook ad agency that generated around $50,000 a month in service fees. Chapter 3, a publishing venture called Foreclosure Academy, which I launched in 2021 at the height of the pandemic, when everyone was glued to the Zoom, and scaled from $0 to $800,000 a month and 7 figures a year before selling it on January the 1st, 2024. Through all of those wins, I was still that guy hunched over a dashboard at midnight wondering why an asset wasn't converting and whether I was wasting budget. If you are a media buyer, you know the feeling. I was running the ads not because I wanted to, just because I was good at it. I couldn't find the people that I could trust to hand off the ad account. So I was always the one that was running the ads during those times. And to be honest, I enjoyed it. It was easy to me. It was something that I did and it came naturally. So back in 2019, a handful of startups promised genuine autopilot for paid traffic. I tested several of them twice for good measure because the pitch sounded so beautiful. Their landing page glowed, their explainer videos dripped with hype, but under the hood, they were basically spreadsheets filled with if-then rules. They had no true machine learning, no feedback loops, no sense of what happened outside the single ad account they touched. They kind of worked, but mostly the campaigns blew up, budgets went sideways, and we pulled out. Most of those companies are now quite tombstones on Crunchbase. The missing ingredient wasn't technology, it was people who actually knew what it feels like to spend millions of real dollars inside real ad accounts. Someone always asks why we don't just lean on Facebook Advantage Plus or Google Performance Max and keep life simple. The short answer is that platform AI helps, but only inside its own walled garden. Meta optimizes what Meta can see. Google optimizes what Google can see. And TikTok, well, you get the idea. As a media buyer, you have a high-level view and aren't locked into one platform. You move budgets wherever the numbers look best. In my experience, platforms often over-report purchases to make themselves look good, and their strategies generally encourage you to spend more money rather than make more profit. Remember, they are there to make money, and yes, you spending money means they make more money, right? And they have investors, they have shareholders, so they need to make more money. So what I've noticed is that they don't always make the right decision. They don't always give you the right insights. They give you the insights that's also the best for them. On top of that, platform AI is a black box. Yes, Meta, Google, and TikTok keep getting better at finding customer and even generating images or headlines with AI, but media buyers still have to decide which campaigns to create, which audiences to target, which funnels to run, and what to scale or stop. Finally, the metrics your business truly cares about, blended customer acquisition cost, revenue per session, lifetime value, exist at the company level, not inside one ad account. That's why the vision for Alice AI is an independent brain that sits above every channel. It speaks plain English and ultimately works for you, not for Zuckerberg or Sundar. Now let's lift the hood and talk about technology and people. Our front end is built with React and Next.js because we want that buttery smooth modern SaaS feel customer expect in 2025. The data layer runs on Postgres via Supabase, which gives us real-time subscriptions and let the engineers sleep at night instead of wrestling with migrations. Our infrastructure sits on serverless functions in Vercel. Yes, it costs about $20 a month, and sure, we could squeeze pennies with Netlify, but Vercel saves us hours of setup and maintenance. The real brains of the operations are reinforcement learning agents that retrain every night on anonymized performance logs. Reinforcement learning lets the AI improve by experimenting inside each ad account, making it progressively smarter for every campaign and offer. For simpler features such as chat and insights, we pipe data straight into OpenAI models connected directly to your ad account. Finding the right people is always the toughest part. I stumbled on Piyush and Subham while doom scrolling the build in public hashtag on Twitter on one late night. They were sipping indie projects for fun, had true builder mindsets, and told me they would rather own a slice of something big than send agency invoices. I felt like it was a perfect fit. A little later, I met Dr. Joshua through Y Combinator's co-founder matching platform. We grabbed coffee on a freezing Tuesday in Boston, and within an hour, we were sketching out reward models on a napkin. Joshua is an MIT PhD who has been teaching computer science for over a decade. Machine learning is his native language. Then there's Ming, a recent Penn State grad based in Canada. I reached out to her, pitched her about the idea of Alice.ai, and she said yes. We mainly hang out in Discord because it's free. We use Jira for project management and hold 2 standing calls a week, a Tuesday planning session and a Friday retro. Everything else happens async. Our monthly burn is basically OpenAI tokens and a couple of design tools and the occasional coffee subscriptions. It's literally less than I used to spend on a single low budget ad set. So where does the product stand today? We're still building, but we're very close to launching our MVP, and that's why I'm making this video. We already have a few private clients and early tests, so the features are working as expected. The biggest hurdle was pulling all the data we need from Meta, Google, and TikTok, but we have solved that. First off, we are releasing chat and insights for Meta, and they'll be free to start. We might add other platforms later and charge a small fee, but the Meta features will stay for free for now. Once our AI can actually run ads end to end, we will roll out premium pricing. I'm especially excited about the chat feature because it lets you talk to your ad account and get answers you can't normally pull from the dashboard. Insights will surface best practice recommendations, things that save money and help you scale faster, so you can catch issues you would usually miss. Finally, Alice.ai won't stop at native platform data. We plan to integrate with tracking solutions like Hyros, Triplewell, AnyTrack, RedTrack, and other tools out there. So the AI makes a decision based on the most accurate numbers from your business. Now let's talk about the future, because the best stuff is still ahead. In the first quarter of 2026, we plan to roll out automated ad simulation, an AI that predicts which videos, images, headlines, or descriptions will perform best before you even spend a dime on traffic. The system will spin up virtual customer agents that mirror your ideal buyers, simulate real purchasing behavior using your historical ad account data, and forecast which creatives are most likely to win. In this way, you can only launch the assets that are most likely to perform, and that will save you a serious amount of ad spend. At the same time, the core AI that manages your campaigns will keep getting smarter, generating strategies tailored to your ad account instead of relying on a one-size-fits-all playbook. We also plan to build a native tracking suite inside Alice.ai because the current market tools still fall short. First-party tracking will give us cleaner data and unlock even more precise optimization. If you manage $10,000 or more in ad spend each month, or if you simply enjoy geeking out about ad tech, there are 2 easy ways to get involved with me. First, grab a beta slot through the link in the description, alice.ai. Spots are typically first come, first serve. Second, book 15 minutes on my calendar if you want to talk about business, if you need my help, or you just want to brainstorm a strategy. Right? Or maybe you just want to join the team as our next rockstar engineer. And if you are a founder who is bootstrapping your own SaaS, drop a comment. Let's share the pain publicly so we can all build faster.